This is a quick tutorial for how to turn an Estimation 180 activity into a Desmos warm-up for our class. So first thing, I've gone to Estimation 180. I need to find the days that I'm going to use for my activity. I have two open as an example. I have day 1, and I'm going to right-click on this image and save the image. I would recommend renaming them so they're easy to find, especially if you have a lot of files in your download folder. Then I'm going to click on the answer, and again I'm going to right click, save the image. Then I'm going to go to day 61, and I am going to right click and save the image. Now here the answer is a video, so we'll have to deal with that in a slightly different way. Next thing I'm going to do is go to teacher.desmos.com, which looks like this. I'm logged in the top right corner, and to find your activities you go to your activities and custom. Yours will be blank. This is anything you've made. Yours will be blank at first. You want to click new activity. You need to give it a title. For our class, just call it warm up and then your names, and start publishing. The way this works is there are several screens that students proceed through. It's kind of like a PowerPoint with the screens or slides on the side, and then there's different things you can add to each screen. And I'm just going to show you what you need for our activity. So you're going to click Sketch, Background, Custom Image. So I want day 1 original. So that's the picture I had saved. That's the problem. I need some way for them to enter an answer, so I'm going to click Input. You want to leave it as text instead of math because they're not writing a formula. I like to leave this checked. After they submit their answer, they'll be able to see 3 or 4 responses of people who finished this before them. And then we need some directions, so I'm going to do that with a note. And I recommend directions that say something like this. First, think of an estimate that's too high and one that is too low. Then record your best guess in the box below and explain your thinking. I just think it'll be a lie if you try to collect their high, low, and best guesses for everyone in the class. I would go back to Estimation 180, and I'm going to go back to get out of the answer. And I'm going to just copy this title here, and I'm going to put that as my title here. So that would be the first slide, and if you want to see what it looks like from their point of view, you can hit Preview. And you can see that because it's a sketch, they can mark things on it if they want. You could, in your directions, say, mark the diagram to show your thinking. There's different colors available. They can clear what they've done. But that's up to you about what you want your peers, your classmates to do. So then I need an answer. I can either create a new screen, or I can duplicate this screen. I'm going to put answer up here. And I can click Background, Custom Image, and I can now upload the new file that has the answer. And you can either close both of these, like you could X them out, and so all they'll see is the answer, or you might want a prompt that says something like, does this make you rethink your strategy, or does this change how you think about the problem, or was it surprising? And then you can go ahead and create a next one. I can either do new screen again, or since I want it to be like this, where it's the problem, I'm going to duplicate the screen, and I'm going to move this down here so that I have the original, the answer, and then a new original. I'm going to go to day 61 and copy the title and put that here. And for background, I'm going to upload a custom image, the image we had saved before. So that would be the next slide. And then for an answer, this one will work a little differently because the answer is not a picture. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to put answer. And I'm going to delete the sketch, or you can leave it there if you want. And I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to copy the web address, go back to the Estimation 180 and copy the web address. And I'm going to write watch the answer here. And then, if either you can, again, you could either delete the box, or if you want any directions like, did the answer surprise you, or did it make you rethink your strategy, you would leave that here and then type that here and then leave the box for them to answer. So you create as many screens as you need for your entire warm-up. You click Next. Leave it as link, that way I can access and look at how it was made if I need to. you do not need an image or a description, and go ahead and publish. Now, anyone with this link, which is what I'll need from you, can access the activity. They can click student preview, and they can go through the process and type their answers. However, this won't get saved anywhere. So to actually do it for our class, you need to make a class code. And this code is what I'll also need so that everyone in our class can participate. And if you click on this, this is just the class code again to remind people how to get there. You can close that. As people answer, their answers, their names, and their answers will start to show up in this area. And that's what you'll use to complete the activity.